Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Kaynichole After Dark. I am your host, Kaynichole. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? How's everybody doing? So, I have a few announcements to make before I go into the conversation. So, the first part is that I recently did a podcast with the Daily Wrap Up crew, and I would love for you guys to check it out on YouTube. So you can go to their page. The link is not in my bio, but you can definitely check it out by hitting the links on the actual reel and go and check it out. So I would love you guys' feedback on the YouTube page as well as the actual clips. So yeah, that's fun. Let me know. The second announcement that I have to make is that I am currently a creative director for Style and Soul magazine. I haven't formally put it out there, but I am the creative director for Style and Soul. So if you are anybody in the entertainment business, or if you are a business that wants to promote your brand in a magazine, get at me so that we can have a conversation. You can definitely check out Style and Soul magazine. It's Style and Soul mag on Instagram. So definitely check it out. It's something worth checking out. And I actually myself have been published in their magazine. So I'm kind of excited about being a creative director. But for those that are interested in, telling their story, telling their journey, let me know, DM me so that I can assist in getting that information out. So yeah. My final information is that the calendar is still out. Okay. So, if you haven't gotten it, hey Kenya, it's about time that you made it a point to do so, especially if you say you support me. Definitely check out the calendar. This is the first, recognizing the holidays, even the holidays that our president doesn't want to acknowledge. So they're here. And then, the first January page. Okay. So yeah, we'll just leave it at that. So that is all that you have. But yes, it's a functional calendar. All the links are up in my bio, as well as any posters or magazines that you want to buy. There's one magazine that just is all of me, and then there's a magazine called Caramel Delights that has other models in there. So if you want to just support it, more than everything is in my bio. So yeah, exciting. Thank you. So, and of course, you all know you can always support by buying a badge, showing me love, buying gifts, all that great stuff to help me create more content. So yeah. Calendar. Definitely check it out. So let me get my first sip on for the night. I have a red Moscato. Definitely very, very good. So, delightful. Get our drink on. So, okay, now that I've given you all the updates, I've been writing things down because I know that we want to be a little more organized this year, right? So each year we want to do a little bit better. So now is the year of consistency and making more sense for these lives so that y'all can be a part of the conversation. Okay, let's converse. So not in any particular order. We have insecurities leading to bad decisions. We have Coy Leray and Trippy and Tia Mowry and Corey Hardick. Okay. Then we have a lack of follow through. Then the daily wrap up feedback that I received, because I did look and go through the posts and the statements and everything like that. So I want to kind of address that. Self-care is self-love, which we'll get into that. Thank you for the first badge of the evening. Appreciate you. And then we have an incident that happened in Louisiana that I wanted to talk on, and then the balloon. Um, Never really talked about it too much. We all know what it is by now, so I just want to go into my thoughts on it. So let's get into it. I have taken my first sip of wine for the evening. So, like I said, no particular order, but I did write them down in the list, but we're gonna see how it goes. So let's get comfortable. Okay. Okay. Good. We good. Everything's all wonderful. Everything's all wonderful. Good. Okay. My unk right in the middle. Shine right there. Okay. So I want to first go into insecurities leading to bad decisions. Because I was having a conversation with an associate of mine. And I think, right, and I'm talking about insecurities, making bad decisions in relationships and dating, because this is kind of what I've been noticing, is that people will subject themselves to negative relationships or just negative interactions within a relationship, or not even, they'll just accept less because of their own insecurities. Night Angel Exodus Presents says, I have some Moscato myself, so I should you in the sipping festivities. Okay, don't really know what that means, but okay. So insecurities, right? We all have them. There's all certain things that we might not love about ourselves that we're still working on. And I find that when we allow our insecurities to overtake us and basically take over our thought process and how we see ourselves, then we start to do things that are hurtful, negative towards ourselves. Just meaning, oh, okay, gotcha. So for a second, say that a person doesn't feel that they're that attractive, right? They might stay in a relationship with somebody that doesn't see them as attractive either, but also is spending time with them and being with them so that they'll accept that, even though it's not necessarily what they want, but it's because they're getting something, even though they're not really getting what they deserve. They might be treated, poorly because that person doesn't really like them, but they're allowed to be in their presence, right? They're allowed to be around. So a person will basically accept that. Just like a female that doesn't feel that she's all that beautiful, whatever case might be with a guy that demeans her and everything like that slaps her around because she feels that she doesn't deserve anything better. And I kind of feel like we do that to this day. And I feel like there are some celebrities that we know of that must be kind of going through that in their own way because they're showing signs of that behavior. What I mean is, and this is when I'm going to go into Coi Leray and her ex-boyfriend Trippie. So we all pretty much know who Coi Leray is, daughter of Benzino. She makes her own music. So she recently shared at the beginning of the year that she was pregnant by Trippie Red, basically pregnant by him. And then she also shared that she was pregnant. Now, don't get me wrong. Again, like I said, I'm old school. So I feel like a lot of celebrities are putting the cart before the horse. And they're having children when they haven't even had a stable relationship yet. And that kind of it alarms me personally, but I just feel like we should be alarmed as a community because we're just seeing this so often that kids are having kids regardless of their age, because I'm saying about how they're acting, Okay, because like I said, age is nothing but a number. How you think and how your mentality is really confirms on how you see life and how people should treat you. So even though she's grown by all accounts, I don't feel like this was grown behavior. Now, like I said, I can't judge anybody's life like that. Everybody has their own thing. However, you decided to engage in unprotected sex with a man that you hadn't been dating that long. Okay. They weren't together. Hey, welcome to Kaynichole After Dark. They weren't together that long before she got pregnant. Like they were all together for a year and that fizzled out, whatever, they decided to date other people. And obviously, Trippy is a known cheater because he's cheated on his other girlfriend before. So what I'm seeing is that not only can he not be faithful, but she found out that he was cheating on her during her pregnancy. This is like her early time. She should be enjoying it. She should be happy, that she's in this stage of life. Instead, she's written, which I'm sure we're all here for, the new songs, but they're all about the relationship breaking up, deceit, lying, and how she want to hurt a person because of what he's done. And I'm just saying, had she really taken the time to get to know him, she may have not even been pregnant by him. She may have found somebody else to get pregnant to, but now she is attached to him for life because he's the father of her child. And she knows what it is not to have a father and everything like that, because Benzino is no daddy dearest, he's no, but we would love no Heathcliff Huxtable, right? So because of that, she knows what it's not to have like a supportive dad, a good dad or whatever. So not saying that she's following bad patterns, because I don't know if that's a generational curse or not. But what I do know is that she didn't take the time to really get to know him. And there may have been some insecurities there. And also because you're a celebrity, so you're not like the usual person that can just sit and date. So you need to take your time. You need to take your time. And I feel that that's not what the culture is about right now. We're not about taking our time and getting to know people and seeing how they are. And we're quick to give our bodies. Angel actually says, dun 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 dun. That's funny. And for Till 12 says, I agree. You should get to know a person before you go any further. It should be no rush. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. But, we have this whole thing about life is short. And I feel like that gives people a mixed connotation that like they should hurry up and just explore life and just be with life and everything like that. And though that might be good in some instances, you can't just live like there's no tomorrow, because otherwise you're not saving anything. You're not doing things that could be potentially productive, because what if you do live to be like 74? You want to make sure that these decisions that you've made are able to hold you down later on in life. So I just feel that that wasn't the best decision that she could have made, getting pregnant by him. And I just feel like there is no need for us to have unprotected sex unless we're married. I'm kind of starting to feel that way. Not saying I haven't done it in the past, but the way that people are getting pregnant these days are not even protecting themselves. It's like we need to be better. Like people act like STDs are still not around. And the fact that he is a cheater definitely gives me the side eye. Like, girl, you should have been a little bit more safe, because you don't want to catch anything out in this world. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to catch anything. Again, to those that are coming in, welcome to Kaynichole After Dark. I'm your host, Kaynichole. All forms of support are welcome. Buying a badge, getting a calendar, or poster, or magazine, which is in my bio. C Titan G says, one could speculate all day, and there will still be other possible factors we don't know of. At the end of the day, the homes aren't the same as ours. We coming up, much less our parents. Definitely, definitely. I do agree with you. I mean, I am speculating, but I can also go by just her music. That is how artists, share their pain. They use a medium, rapper, music, an artist, different mediums, whether it be painting, sculpture, case might be. So, find out that indicated that way, basically. Everything is over serialized now, all the way down to the TV ads and social platforms. What do you mean by that exactly, C Titan? I would like to know if you could elaborate, or if you don't mind coming on screen and sharing, that's great too. I love for people to interact in the conversation, if you would. And Joshua, hi Joshua, we should work. Well, you can always DM me. We can have a conversation. So, Titan, if you're interested, you can come on the live. It's my dream to be your model. Okay. I guess I'll be into it. Welcome, welcome. Oh, okay. Sexualized. Sure, I can. Oh, you did DM me. Okay, but we'll see it. Okay, so yes, yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. It's very sexualized in this day and age, and we really shouldn't be. I mean, even myself. But you know what? I'm grown. And this is Kaynichole After Dark. So yes, but I definitely agree with you. People need to make better decisions and why they're sexualizing themselves. What is the goal? What is the point? I could talk about me, but it's not about me. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I think I like this bra. It makes my titties look the best, So I do love it very much. And I'm glad you love it too. Thank you. So that goes to, so we kind of, hey, what's up? So we kind of, I think, romanticize being a single mom or a single parent, and because the celebrities are able to do it. But again, their coin is not our coin. And so I feel like a lot of people are looking and saying, oh, well, Coi Ray, men are cheaters, she'll be able to do it by herself and everything like that. It's not a positive thing to have to raise a child on your own, especially if the father is not doing what he is supposed to do. So I just feel really, I feel sad for Coi Ray, because she's supposed to be a time that she's supposed to be happy, and right now she's not, because she knows that she's been cheated on. You look good for your age. You don't know what my age is. I didn't share it, but thank you. Spider Blondie says, would you look at this reel as something with a promise to my secret girlfriend? Don't know what you're talking about. Nature Clicks for You says, I recently need a physical relationship with my ex. Can it affect my love life or bring back my ex? Can you elaborate a little bit more? Because I would love to help you with that, but I don't understand. I recently made a physical relation with my ex. Can it affect my love life or bring back my ex? Well, sex will never bring back an ex. Okay, it will just only bring you problems. Okay, that I will tell you for certain. Sex is like a band-aid to just cover up what's going on right now, but it will not fix the hurt or fix the relationship unless y'all actually have a conversation. And you can't converse if her legs are up in the air. So yeah, that's not gonna work. C-Titan-G says, that's part you're grow, yet the youth for the most part have no real guidance. Social media and trends appeal to them and the easy way of doing everything. Oh no, I definitely agree with you with that. Definitely agree with you with that. We definitely need to take more responsibility. I mean, social media can only do so much, but it should not take place as a parent. And I noticed that's what it's been going on for at least 10 to 12 years, are parents using TV as a way of being a babysitter. It kind of started with my generation, and then it's just gone so far that people use the TV to monitor their child rather than them actually taking the time to spend time with their children. I understand it's a busy life. It's hard to balance these things, but you know what? As a people, we need to have better organization skills. We need to be better at saying, you know what, how am I going to divvy up my time? Otherwise, it's just about waking up earlier, you know? So, in talking about what looks wonderful and looks great, I would like to discuss on the other end, on the older end of things, Tia Mowry and Corey Hardick. Now, if you're not familiar, Tia Mowry, longtime actress with her sister Tamara, sister, all that great stuff. And both sisters were married, and Tia was married to Corey Hardick. Okay. Now, she divorced him, and she was on this whole, I don't need a man. I'm living in my new chapter. I'm good. I'm going to find, a better man than Corey and everything like that. So she went out here on the stroll. Okay. I wanted to see what life was like. By all accounts, it's not what she thought it was. Okay. And I've been recently seeing and hearing, obviously not from next door sources, but through media and people that have been watching her life, that she's trying to get back with Corey after being with other people. Now, a lot of men were like, she's had other dick now after you. Don't go back. Like, she's had other dick, and stuff like that. Don't go back. Natiri says, and she found out that it's ghetto as fuck out here. Yes, she did. So she definitely was under a different impression. I don't know who got in her ear and told her that, yo, you should be divorced. It's better out here. I don't know who made her drink the Kool-Aid, but she drank it and she thought it was great until she woke the fuck up and realized, like, no, a lot of these men don't have their shit together that she's dating, because she is in a particular bracket. So she has to be very particular who she dates and all this other stuff, and that they weren't treating her like her husband was. Okay. They were treating her like any other female. So that was a very hard pill to swallow. So men are saying that are wanting to, speak on it, that they wouldn't take her back because she's had other dick inside of her now. She's for the streets. Now, the only reason I would tend to agree with them is not because she slept with other people, even though I do think that's kind of ick. But outside of that, I think the real reason why Corey should not take her back is she didn't realize his worth when she had him. And that is the whole point of all of this, and again, about the insecurities and why people deal with certain things and stuff like that, because you have to be mindful, okay? Just because you're the main character in your story doesn't mean they're not the main character in theirs. So you need to treat people the way you want to be treated. And had she really taken the time to see what was out here and to know, and she would have appreciated her husband. Even with his shortcomings, she would have appreciated him. But she didn't appreciate him, so she had to divorce the whole man instead of going to counseling and seeing how she can get her needs met with the same person, rather than realizing that other people fall so far short than her husband, and that she's pining for him to come back. Welcome to Kaynichole After Dark. Welcome. So I'm saying to you guys That's an easy way to get blocked. So come in here with some sense. Okay. You want to see some twerking? Go on my OnlyFans. You can purchase whatever you want there. Have fun. Okay. Again, and we also have my calendar. So you might want to buy a badge, get a gift, get a calendar before you start making requests. Okay. With all due respect. So, the Angel Exodus presents says she absolutely didn't recognize his worth, and now she found out. Clown. Yes, it's very sad, that she didn't realize what she had, and now she's dealing with insecurities of her own, and probably is going to lead her to another person that she definitely doesn't want. I mean, she has the money, so unlike a lot of other celebrities or a lot of other people in general, she can just say sayonara. But yeah, there's so many people out here that do not realize what they have until it's gone. And the thing is that is the reason why you shouldn't take them back, because they should have recognized your worth when they had you. Is nothing worse. Like, why are you having FOMO when it comes to a person? Especially if you already had them, right? If you already had them and you don't know how to treat them, that's your loss. Injustice presents the calendar is fire, by the way. Okay, and you are going to be blocked, sir. Thank you. We will not see him anymore. Like, we're on a high vibrational tip, okay? We do things that might seem a little low vibrational, but we're definitely not over here, okay? We're definitely on our highest elevation, regardless if I am dressed in my lingerie or not. Okay, so let me just share that with the viewers, okay? Because my blocking game has gotten mighty strong this year, in in online and in real life. Okay, so yeah. Um, so in talking about that, how she's realizing relationships and stuff like that is something that I have started realizing as well, and that is the lack of follow through. I don't know if I'm the only person dealing with this, male or female, but the lack of follow through is bananas. Okay. Wait for me to elaborate. I'm going to take a sip. So, right? Lack of follow through. So, as a female in this dating world, okay, there are a lot of gentlemen that will DM me or call me and say to me, we should go out. That is a beautiful sentiment, a beautiful thought. However, someone has to pull the trigger, okay? And it will not be moi, okay? I am a female of the old school. And honestly, I think the old school rules work the best, because these new school rules, y'all are devastated. Okay, y'all are devastated. So I feel that we need to go to the old school rules, which is a gentleman, and I hope you guys are gentlemen, are asking the female and putting some follow through, saying, yes, I would like to take you out on such and such a day and everything like that, and actually commit to the date. I just don't understand why certain guys are saying, let's go out, and just leaving the girl on saying, yeah, sure. And I don't know if men are starting to feel that a woman should set the date and set the tone for that, but that's not her job. That is not her job. I repeat, that's not her job. Okay? Her job is to accept the invitation and then show interest during the date, so that you can know that she's a good partner or not. Because we're getting it lost with this whole treasure thing. And as I had to speak to a friend of mine, a man that finds a good thing finds a treasure. So the treasure would be the prize. So both people have to do their part for there to be a covenant of a relationship and to then progress to marriage. Because if you're not trying to get married or not trying to have a companion with that person, and that means having loyalty, having commitment, honoring, respecting. If you're not trying to do that, then why are you here? For till 12 says old school rules work best. Men should take the lead. Exactly. Because women should only take the lead in certain circumstances. And again, with that, I feel they should ask their man how they should be leading properly in this avenue. But then again, that's just me. I feel like, if she's taking the lead, like for example, with budgeting the finances, she should be asking him like, what are the main things that we should be focusing on as far as our finances or whatever the case might be, because she's taking the helm for this period in time. She might not be leading the entire time. She just might be taking the helm for this point in time. And so, yes, the rent mortgage needs to be taken care of first, any other little bills and stuff like that, but having a conversation. Okay, like I feel like a man should have a conversation with, whoever's the lead, but you should always be having a conversation with your partner. That's just me. So, moving to the next topic, the daily wrap up. Like I said, I was on that recently. So if you haven't checked out the snippets, do check them out and watch it on YouTube. I would appreciate that. Would love that, really. Hi, welcome to Kaynichole After Dark. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And so the feedback that I was seeing on the daily wrap up was that a few men were upset. Well, a lot of men agreed with what we were saying as women, but a lot of men were upset, saying that a lot of females these days are gold diggers. A lot of women don't understand the same stress that men are under. They're delusional when it comes to certain things. They want all this, but can't provide that, and all that kind of stuff. And what I can say to you is that, why are you around those women? Now, I can only blame the woman so much. I have to look at you, sir, because I'm saying, why are you entertaining those women? You can't get so upset about something unless you've entertained it. Okay, I'm going to allow you in. Please do not say anything crazy or you will be taken off immediately. Like, why is it ringing?
Good night.
Hello, Keating.
What's going on?
Not much. We are talking about the topic at hand. Do you have anything to offer?
Such as,
Such as the topic about men picking women that are bad for them and why they do that.
well, not really, because I am not the fan of the whole relationship thing, you see me?
Oh, so you don't do relationships.
Yeah, we can't bother with it. Too much in a relationship we deal with.
Okay, so what do you do believe in, Keating?
Well, a business partner me deal with still,
Okay, so what are we just having fun out here?
No,
We're doing or
no, no. The thing is like, you see, I can find a partner who interested in businesses right now. You see me?
okay?
So the whole running up and down a love thing and them thing there and heartbroken and them thing there, it don't make sense, because if you are going on a relationship and not talking more about life, then it don't make sense.
You're
Right?
breaking up a little, sweetheart. Say that again.
Now me I say, if you're go in a relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're not going to talk 50-50 about
Mm-hmm.
money, businesses, then how is it going to work? Because if if 9 to 5 and a woman I do a regular job, like I wanna not try elevating myself, but yet you know consider and or cheat or they with somebody else and them thing, then it not make sense right now. Not true.
Okay. Okay, I think I
Yeah,
understand
that's
what you're saying.
just the
So
way it is.
it's important for her to be business minded and be there for you as a partnership. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And where are you from, sweetheart?
I'm
Jamaica,
from Jamaica.
Jamaica?
Yeah, Jamaica.
Okay.
I'm from
Hit me up from
Jamaica.
Jamaica. Okay, wonderful. Wonderful, brother. Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate
No
you.
problem.
Okay.
Me
Thank you.
did to come, me did to come live with you the other night, but something did go down, and you did a say you did try accept the request.
Oh,
So
okay. Well, now that I know who you are and that you have offered something to the conversation, I'm sure to bring you on again if you do want to go live. Okay. Okay.
okay, no problem.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate
All right,
you. Okay.
no problem.
Okay. So that's so wow. I appreciate that. Love from Jamaica. Hey, I need to go down there for real. Never been to Jamaica, but I have definitely been making friends that are down there. So we need to shake it up. You know what I'm saying? But yes, he gives a great point. As chopped up as it was, unfortunately, that it is about finding a partnership. It is a business. I know that people say business in dating, but first in dating, you have to build a foundation for the partnership. If y'all are like-minded individuals, and then the marriage is the business. You know, I don't understand why people are already trying to build businesses within a dating relationship. Like you might not even know if that investment's going to last long. You know, so that's like playing the lottery, in my opinion. Um, if you're trying to put your business with a dating relationship, that's just me. I just wouldn't do that. I'm in business minded. Like, how can we start it off? But we're not really putting our two corporations together until it's actually a marriage happening. So that's my. But I thank him for tuning for coming in live. I appreciate that. So, anybody else? Let's have a conversation. So, so with the daily wrap up, I just saw that a lot of men are angry. And it just shows me that you're attracting the wrong woman or you're attracted to the wrong woman, you know? Um, because I can, as a woman, say that there's a lot of lazy daters out here, right? It annoys me, but I'm not that attached to that type of thinking because I know that there are men out here that are not lazy daters. They're actually willing to plan a date, look forward to seeing the female, bring flowers, all that good stuff, you know? But when that is all that you're seeing and you're saying, oh my goodness, these women want to take, and then I'm looking at you because what are you attracting? What are you doing that's bringing around that type of thing? Because you attract energy. As much as we might not want to look in the mirror and say, what is it about me? We must do that to get to a higher level. We have to ask ourselves, what am I doing that's attracting this person? Because if I don't want this, how can I stop attracting that? Like if I'm attracting fuckboys, what am I doing in my life that's causing the fuckboys to be attracted, to be in my eye line, to even think that they can talk to me? There must be something that I'm doing. So we all have to look at ourselves and not blame the individual because they're going to be who they are. Some man accepted this behavior and they continued it because, like I've been taught, people do what they feel works. So if I feel like I can run a man up and down the block if I want to, and I can say how high, it's because at one point or another, I was able to do that. But the guy that I won't be able to do it to might not even stick around long enough because he's going to see that and be like, baby girl, no, no, no. I'm not accepting that. I will see you later. You can holler at me when this is fixed. Then you can holler at me. I might talk to you then. But you got to show me a whole different person. And that is the only time when I see you taking somebody back, is if they're still showing you a whole another person. They've done a whole change though. Not a 360, because that means that they're back to where they started, but they have done a whole 180. And you know that this person has been changed because their mind has been renewed. Everything is right here. So if you're after a female that's a gold digger and you're like, I'm a gold digger, look at yourself. Don't look at her because that's what you're attracting. And I know I'm losing people on watching. It's okay. It's okay. I don't take offense to that because I had, and I will give you an example. I'll give you, give me a part. Like I said, this is where we have a conversation and I can share. So I was in a relationship too long ago and I was curious, right? That I dated a guy that I not only was willing to work with in a relationship, but that then cheated on me and then lied to me, right? So I'm like, yo, he was fucking lazy, he was this, he was that. But did I see those flags? Did I see them? Did I? And I tell this to my friend Morgan. I told them like a little voice told me early on in the relationship, but did I choose to ignore it? Because my intuition is the bomb. Like the more I give it to my intuition, the more it leads me. But I was like, that little voice, that little back of my head, it's not talking nothing. Ain't talking about nothing. Ain't talking about nothing. Right? Oh, it was. It was. And I could have saved myself 3 years. Could have saved myself 3 years had I really paid attention and looked and stuff like that. And that's why I say with us taking the time, you know, and being patient. And I'm not going to say that I had insecurities per se. I'm going to say that I thought that what the person was telling me, I was drinking the Kool-Aid. I was like Tia, drinking the fucking Kool-Aid, thinking that tasted just great until I woke up and saw certain things. And I was like, I don't want this. I don't want this. This is not my life. I don't want this. So I got rid of baggage. She is trying to get her man. Two different things, but the same energy. You know what I'm saying? Night Experience says, FYI, you're coming in choppy after sharing your feed with the guest. It is tolerable but choppy. Mm, thank you for telling me that. Okay, hopefully now it's good. You learn that happens to the best of us. Oh, yes, it definitely does. It definitely does. But I'm just saying that it's only when you're in it do you have that much venom, that much anger towards the situation where I was like, oh, y'all can't do a damn thing. However, that was in the midst of my angry mode. Now I've healed and I'm a little bit. And now I say, no, it was me. If I had taken the time to see certain things or listen to that voice in the back of my head, I would have taken even longer to spend time with this person. And maybe they would have never tasted the unknown. because it was amazing. And I think that's why they kind of played this game with me because the Yum Yum was great. So, oh well, be great that we have good, right? We have wonderful cat, but sometimes that can hurt us, right? So, welcome to Kaynichole After Dark. For those that are just tuning in, anything that you've missed, you can definitely go to the YouTube world of Kaynichole and see any of my past episodes, which I do encourage because the last episode was kind of on the low side. So let's build those views up if we can. I'd appreciate that so very, very much. So, yeah. So look at your picker, look at what you could do better um, as far as the relationship, because you can't keep on pointing the finger. Hey, you got to say, what are you doing? What am I doing that I'm getting these kind of people? So, yes. Along with that statement, I saw in the daily wrap up that this guy was saying about when men can't do sissy stuff like get a manicure, get a pedicure, and things of that nature. And I must say, that kind of upset me because I don't believe that taking care of yourself in any form of facet is just okay. I feel like the men that are doing grooming, mm, sexy, you know. I think that it's part of upkeep for a man to get a pedicure, get a manicure, go to the barber, get those nose hairs trimmed. You know, if you want to wax, certain parts of yourself, if you want to clean, you know, um, getting facials, so they don't have those ingrown bumps after shaving and everything. All of that is part of maintenance and taking care of yourself. And I say that is self love, which is like self care is embedded in self love. So if you are not taking care of yourself as like a woman would take care of themselves, how much do you love yourself? I'm just asking because part of self love is self care. So if you're not caring about yourself, if you're not caring for yourself, how much do you truly love yourself? Just think about it. And that's where I have to take that stance because some people just take it as, they need to get these things done because of a certain look. Like I'm saying, damn, my hair has been in this style for a month. I need to get this style done. Like I need to take this style out. Like I can't wait to get my hair done. But is that part of self care? Yes, because it's me but is it a necessity as far as my self love and everything like that? Not necessarily. Making sure that I take a nice hot shower, oil my skin, all that good stuff. Like that is part of self care. Like I'm giving myself time to just rub the oil on, melt it into the body, and all that good stuff. So that is self care. Okay. And it's nothing to see gay, any of those negative connotation words for a person, especially a man, to take care of himself. And I think that a person that makes a person feel bad about taking care of their body and doing what they need to do is a hater, straight up and down. Let's see, and just present says we have to groom like dang, bro. We have to shave. We have to get our hair cut. Bro was tripping out on that comment. Yeah, I mean, I do agree, but I feel like he was a very angry person, and that happened. So I just feel like you can't neglect yourself, and if you start doing that, then I'm gonna say that you don't truly have self love because it's about spending self love, spending time with yourself, and getting to know yourself. And during these times, you get to know yourself, what you like, how you feel. Like take time to really enjoy it. Bye. buy a badge and I'll think about it. Okay, Joshua, buy a badge and I'll think about it. But yes, I don't want anyone to think that a man taking care of himself is stupid, is gay, those things. Self care is the best thing you can do for yourself, and I'm not gonna lie, a woman is going to love it. Okay, we love a man that smells good. We love a man that takes good care of himself. We love it. Okay, so no, do not stop by. Okay. So, and lastly, I want to talk about this because, again, it's about knowing who you're dating and who you're being around. So, I don't know if any of you guys know about this. I recently found out about this and was like horrified. And I mean, I'm being like about it, but no, I'm really horrified by this. Freaking crazy. So on Sunday night, no, I'm sorry, Sunday morning, right? A young 24-year-old, Hubbard is her last name, not giving first name. That's just not that word for me. But a Miss Hubbard shot and killed her boyfriend, Joshua Jones, 23, over breakfast. Did any of y'all hear this story? I'll just wait a little bit. Did any of y'all hear this story? Well, if you haven't, right, that's what happened. So they were basically to go more into the story. They were um, looking to budget. You know, groceries have gotten expensive, are expensive, regardless of what Trump has said. He has not brought the price of groceries down at all. But in any case, this couple were, well, he was trying to make sure that he budgeted properly. And like I said, groceries are expensive. And so he was telling her to not be wasteful, not to make a big breakfast. And clearly she didn't like what he was saying. So instead of having a conversation with him, leaving the apartment, um, any of that, she picked up his firearm and shot him through the chest. She has stated that she shot him. She called 911, said that, she shot him over an argument over breakfast. Now, can we really like take this in? Can we take this in? Tells Mr. Blunt himself that, yeah, that's crazy. I heard that story. That was madness. So understand, right? He is the younger party because he's 23. They're just a year apart, 23 and 24. And because he wants to budget the fund, he wants to make sure that she's not wasteful because we know groceries are expensive and things of that nature. She doesn't like what he says and shoots him. Case moves. Shoots him because he told her that she should not make such a large breakfast, that she should minimize and cut down on how much breakfast she makes because they're trying to budget. And instead of taking heed to that, well, not even taking heed. It's not even about taking heed. It's the fact that she couldn't even self-regulate herself to understand where he was coming from. And so she shot him. She felt that the breakfast was worth her losing her shit over. And now his life is over. He's forever gone of this world, of this plane, because she can't regulate her emotions on what he says to her about breakfast. I don't know how long they were dating. They were clearly living together, um, which makes me think that there was more going on. But either way, the story sounds crazy. You, as a person dating someone, should never allow someone to rise you to anger so much that you take another person's life. let you take their life because you're so angered. And that's the one thing too. We need to learn how to self-regulate ourselves. I'm tired of people watching TV and thinking like that's real life. Like you throw a drink at somebody, it's not going to end well. Okay. This whole believing that we live in reality TV, that we've been, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, I'm going to say program for lack of better words, to not value life. Like we've seen people shot and killed on actual television shows. And I think that people have now like no longer have a care or value another person's life. And that should never be. That, that should never be. But more so, we should be a people that can self-regulate. We've gone through a few topics. Let me see what people have said here. C Titan G says, um, you never know someone's mental state, and again, the youth is lost and don't know how to deal with obstacles we feel are normal. Shaking my head, I can go on forever. Hashtag sad. This is what's the topic. The topic, we've had a few topics, but we're on the Sunday. Louisiana woman killed her boyfriend over him telling her that he shouldn't make such a large amount of breakfast and is wasteful. And he was, buzzing the family dynamics. And because of that, he lost his life because she didn't know how to self regulate. And clearly, there's bigger issues, like in the home or whatever case might be, or where she ever came from, because there's no reason why you should ever take someone's life because you're not happy about breakfast, of all things. So it's just sad. It's just sad, and it's just, horrible. Take away the out. Just horrible, So I just had to share because again, it's about people acknowledging what they're taking out here. Thank you, desensitized. That's the word. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, so again, like I said, you have to know who you're picking. You have to take the time. And people are not taking the time because we live in such a strong sex culture. Everybody wants to, for lack of better words, hit the skin. And it's so much more than that. If people are really trying to build relationships and stop saying, oh, the pool is trash, well, how about you stop being part of the trash and move higher? Because, yes, I say that the dating pool is not that great, but I'm currently not really in it. I'm on the sidelines, tanning. Be all intents and purposes. I'm not out here really dating. I am on the sidelines chilling because until the right man comes up to me, that is what I'm doing. I'm relaxing. I'm just chilling on my beach chair. Okay? And I will pull my shades down every once in a while to look you guys over and then put them back on. Because you're not coming at me the way that you need to come at me. We have nothing to talk about. Kels, Mr. Luntz says there's got to be more to the story. Sue says maybe it's how she grew up, doesn't just happen. Yeah, I'm going to say that's how she grew up. I'm going to say that there is that people do not know how to handle their emotions. Like I said, we watch this TV, we watch the Bad Girls Club, we watch Love and Hip Hop, we will have the Real Housewives of Hollywood. I go on with people getting upset and showing how they're deregulated instead of woosahing it out and saying, you know what, let me, you know? So it's just, again, like I said, people not paying enough attention, people not looking. So, and again, like I said, I try to make sure that all of these somehow work together. So, some of you asked me before. So the topics were insecurities leading to bad decisions, Coil Ray and Trippy, because she's pregnant now and by a man that a cheater and not going to treat her right. You know, Tia Mowry divorced her husband Corey, but now realizes that the dating pool is not so great. Wanting to get back with her husband, he's not so much into that. The lack of follow through, just stating that a lot of men that want to date are not pulling the trigger with the follow through relationship. I mean, not a relationship, but of a date. Because I do believe that old school is the best school and men should lead. It even says so biblically, but that's a whole different thing. Then the daily wrap up feedback, which if y'all didn't see, I was a guest on the podcast, the daily wrap up. Definitely check that out. But I had seen the feedback from it and I wanted to share that a lot of men are angry because that they're picking bad women. It's not really the woman, it's you. Because they're going to be who they are, but they shouldn't be clouding the right girl if you were looking for the right girl. So there's something about yourself that is drawing them to you or drawing you to them. So look at it. And in that same sentence, in that same semblance, I should say, a guy had shared that, you know, certain things were sissy. And I have to clarify that self care is embedded in self love. So if you're not doing things that are in self care, how much do you really love yourself? Because it's a reflection. And then the whole deregulation of the female, shooting her boyfriend, over food. Very, 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 very bad. Let me see. The Titan Jesus actually feel if everyone was honest with themselves first, it would change it all versus following trends when it comes to life. I definitely agree with you. I've agreed with everything that you've said thus far tonight. So thank you so much for being part of the chat. Smooth 540 says I would like to come up and chat about these things with you. Sure. Just press the live button and you can be a part of the conversation, like where everybody can see you and you can share your thoughts. Law of attraction, they see what looks good instead of looking within. Yep. Like I said, you guys can always come on live, have a conversation. Let's do the damn thing. I don't bite unless you ask me. C Titan G said it all boils down to taking ownership of the good and the bad. Yes, I agree. I agree. Like I said, you've been on point. C Titan G. I'm loving it. I'm loving it because I concur fully. I concur, you know, with what you're saying. Hey, portrait. How are you? And then I want to talk about lastly the pop the balloon. Okay, I've noticed that the show has become very, very popular. However, again, I think that it perpetuates the BS that we have out here as far as how people engage with one another, see each other. Because if I'm not mistaken, people pop the balloon as soon as the person um, comes and walks in, right? But just says, I'm okay, I love your background. Thank you, honey. Hope all is well. It's a beautiful, warm island of St. Lucia. Jealous. Want to come back to the heat. Um, but I feel that the maybe next time when we have more time. Okay. Cool. So I feel like the pop the balloon is also um what's the word I was looking for? Perpetuates the negative stigma about how we see ourselves and how we see others and what's important. Okay. We all know, yes, beauty is an eye of the beholder. We want to look at something attractive and sexy. I get that. There's no way I don't get that. But that does not mean you have to, in my mind, pop a balloon. I feel like more questions need to be asked, more things need to be done before I just dismiss this person. People dismiss off of the most stupid things. And I just feel like as a society, we have to do better. We need to stop perpetuating the nonsense and look deeper. Because at the end of the day, all of this is all shells. This is all a shell. Okay? It's about who we are on the inside that makes us who we are. And sometimes we just have to be able to say to ourselves that if the person is good for me, then they're good for me. And we accept that and love them. Or if they're not good for me, let me not try to make a circle fit into a square or a square fit into a circle, however you want to see it, and try to make it fit and try to make it work. It's not going to work because it takes more than you guys looking good together to be able to have a good relationship. It takes more than just having money for a relationship to work. It takes more than just saying, oh, I want to put our two businesses together. It takes more than all of that. And I don't think people are really taking time. If so, and I know that again, people are like, oh, life is short. Life is short, yes. That means to enjoy the experiences and live in the moment. It does not give license to do that and to cause turmoil in your own life. Because a moment of pleasure can lead to a lifetime of misery if you're not careful. And that is what I am sharing for the evening. That I, I want us all to do better, be better, and that all starts with us. All starts with us. I look in the mirror and talk to myself, journal, all of that good stuff. That we all want to be better than we were the day before. And I encourage us to do that by challenging ourselves and asking the hard questions. Who are we? What do we want? Why do we want it? And how can we get it? It is 10:26. I have been here, I believe, for a full hour. So I thank you all for tuning in. Again, it's always been a pleasure. I have my OS you can support, my calendar, my magazines, my posters, my hair oil. Just tell me, baby, what I can help you with, and let's make it happen by supporting me. So yeah, Night Angel says that's facts. The art of meeting people, having small talk is definitely a lost art form. So thank you. As the last comment for the night. Again, I thank you all for tuning in to Kaynichole After Dark. If you missed anything, you can always check it out next week at 10 o'clock. Um, the last week's episode is going to be available tomorrow evening at 9. And yeah, I just appreciate y'all tuning in and continuing to support in any way that you can. It is appreciative. And yeah, so have a great evening. Always keep your crown straight and stay in touch. I'll do the same. Have a wonderful night.